Hey everyone, Tony Winston here. I made this video on the MODX about my performances. But since I made the video a few days ago, I figured out how to save my performances. Those are the sounds that I created, the keyboard splits and things like that. If I save them as a library file, you can load them in as a library file and not erase anything that you've already put into your own MODX. But as a disclaimer, please back up your MODX before you try loading in any new sounds and things like that. So my file is pretty small. It's just, there's no waveforms or any wave files or anything. It's just the patches. And I hope you'll find some of them useful. All right, here's the video. Hey everyone, Tony Winston here in the studio with the Yamaha MODX. And I'm going to share the patches that I've programmed with you. So make sure you back up everything on your own keyboard first before loading mine in, or you could lose it permanently. So always back up your work. Now, I have not used this keyboard that much live. I've probably played it 5 or 6 times on the gigs, and I haven't really programmed that many sounds into it. But I'm going to go through them real quickly in this video, and then look down in the description, and you can find the link to download them to a USB drive and then onto your own MODX. The first one I did is called CFX Concert Tony, and I don't know what I changed about this thing. I don't think I even used this patch. Really don't know what's going on here. Sounds like a nice piano patch. Lovely Day, that's for the song Lovely Day. Let's see. Got some strings in there. Now I use a foot pedal to bring in the strings. So I've got it set up, of course, so that the pedal will control the strings, but not the piano. And then it's got some horns up here. How does that song go? When I look at you, and the world seems right to me. You know the song. So that's a good. And here's just a standard patch if you want to do a song with piano. See if we have any strings in there. Yeah. On fader 3. So you could use strings in there. And then up here is a flute, so. Yeah, up here in the top register. I guess you can't see that very well. Maybe I'll move this down here a little bit. But in general, a lot of these patches will have some different scenes. Now this one only has one scene. Okay, on to the next one. Again, I have a split keyboard. This is for the song Queando, 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 but you could use it anytime you need a nice mellow piano and some guitar. And it's kind of split in left and right channels too, so you can, it sounds more realistic if it's live, if they're coming from different speakers. There are 2 electric pianos on this patch, and I think I've altered one of them to respond more gradually as you play harder. I think maybe this one. I'm not sure. Onwards. September. Got a little organ in there to fill it out. And the horns are up here, up at the top. Orchestra brass. Yeah, it's a split keyboard. I'm not sure if I made up this patch or what. So left hand's got the low brass, right hand's got the trumpets. This is for a song Very Good Year. I don't think I use this patch anymore. Okay, electric piano down below, and up above, the sitar. What do I use this for? Something like Or maybe you could use it for something like that. This is a patch that has guitar and strings, oboe up above, or woodwinds up above, or strings up above, or pizzicato strings up above. So 4 different scenes, all with the same left hand, different things in the right hand. Needs no introduction. All right, 3 different scenes. So I'm using 2 different electric pianos. Now just one, now the other one, and then both. And now a lot of these patches, you're going to see something like something I'll say initial normal patch or something. I originally set this keyboard up to give signals to some of my other keyboards. So now I'm just using this by itself. So, you know, if you see patches like that don't seem to be doing anything, you can always delete that one little part there, and it's not going to hurt anything unless you've got another keyboard set up like I did and have it set up exactly the same way, which I doubt. So on to the next patch. I am the lineman for the county. Fade in some banjo. A couple different scenes. Play a little banjo with your right hand too. Okay. All right, you know, it's not the greatest patch for this song, but here comes the sun. Any of these multi-patches should have different scenes. So here's piano with strings, and up above either flute or trumpet. I don't really know what all that other stuff is. Kind of a piano and electric piano together. Fade in some background stuff with your pedal. Just an organ patch. Not split or anything. I don't know. I don't use it. All right, this is like a Wurlitzer piano, but I've also blended a Fender Rhodes in with that as well, just to give it a fuller sound, and the horns are up top. Oh, here's a nice one. I finally got all these scenes to work. Sometimes it's hard to get them all to be different from each other. So the first one would be piano with flute on top, then the exact same piano sound, strings on top, horns on top, and, you know, in case you want to take a solo on piano, you've got that too. And sometimes you can hit this button and see some more scenes, but I guess there's just 4 on that one. Always like the sound of guitar with a little organ behind it. Okay. It's got a lot of scenes here, but really just use 2. This one and the one in the middle here is for the guitar solo. That kind of thing. Split brass, you know, low brass and high brass. Nice patch, probably uses the super knob. Yeah. I don't really know how to program the super knobs there. Oh, I love this sound. This is from this is like a factory preset. sustain pedal, you can hold that down and play what? Might have a different scene for organ split. David Bowie, that would be this song. Cheesy sounding horn down there, but best I could do on this keyboard. Be with strings. So here's a patch, my dyno. Okay, there's a dyno piano in here or something. It's an electric piano, but it's one of these ones where if you play it just a little bit too loud, it kind of explodes. So I adjusted that. Yeah, to give it a very gradual, you know, as you play harder, it gradually brightens up. So it's much better than the original patch, believe me. Now, I got the pedal holding the strings up top here, see, so I can play down here. You know that song. Just piano and organ mixed together. Here's one with 3 different scenes. Could it be I'm falling in love? And then I think it's and for the middle part, little horn. So, you know, a lot of these patches could be used for plenty of different songs, and you can always adjust, you know, where the split points are. Anyway, there's lots more in here. This one's kind of nice. And that's really about it. Kind of a nice mellow horn section there. Anyway, I think you could load these patches in and maybe select the ones you like. I don't know if there's a way to save an individual sound or not. Like say Africa 3 and then just load that one patch in. If there's a way to do that, I haven't figured it out yet. But you could certainly write down some of the settings or just look and see how I created the patches. And learn a little bit from that. I hope they're useful to somebody, and if I ever really spend some serious time programming this beast, I'll be sure to share it with you. Okay, thanks for tuning in, and once again, check the download, check the description for the download link, and then be very careful to back up your work before you go loading any of my sounds on there. Okay, thanks very much, folks. Talk to you again soon.